So Audi Malaysia is making a little bit of a comeback, starting with this small little thing, the Q2 SUV. This is a little bit smaller than pretty much everything else in the class, the GLA, the Volvo XC40, the BMW X1, but technically those are going against the Q3. It's priced here just under 220,000 ringgit, and this comes in fully imported as a CBU model. Compared to the rest, it's fairly competitively priced. The GLA, for instance, starts at 244, the X1 is slightly above at 221, and the XC40 Volvo, despite being CKD, is 255,000 ringgit. But most of those cars have a bigger engine because this only has a 1.4 litre turbocharged petrol engine. With 150 horsepower, 250 Newton meters of torque, and a 7-speed wet dual clutch transmission, this is not going to be a quick car. But then again, this isn't targeted towards driving enthusiasts, this is more for the fashionistas. The most striking part of this car is, of course, its funky looks. I think, to me, this is one of the best looking Audi models on sale today. And in Malaysia, it comes standard with the sport trim, which adds on quite a lot of all these, silver trim, body colored body claddings, bigger wheels, and this makes it a lot better looking than the lower models. At the back, it's perhaps not quite as successful because it sort of looks just like a jacked up Volkswagen Polo. But what's interesting is the fully silver seat pillars, and this stays silver no matter what color you choose. It's not quite as outstanding in a white car like this, but even if you buy a car like in orange, this will still be in silver, and that really stands out. And the interior is just as funky as on the outside. Now, the first thing you'll notice is, of course, all the red highlights here. For me, I love it because I love the color red, but this stays red no matter what exterior color you choose. Can you imagine a bright blue car with red highlights? Yeah, I know there's a thing called color blocking nowadays, but that just looks like a mismatch to me. Other than the color mismatch faux pas, this has a very nice interior. The quality in here is fantastic, as to be expected from Audis. All the plastic bits over here are squishy, just as good as the higher end Audis. And together with these aircon vents, these work as well as in the Audi TT, and that's to say, absolutely fantastic. But that's not to say that everything you touch will feel top-notch, because this is still one of the most affordable Audis around. So some bits of the plastics over here will still be a little bit hard to the touch and a little bit scratchy. But this is still a lot better, I'd say 100 times better than a Mercedes-Benz GLA. Certain plastics in that car is downright nasty. In terms of equipment, the Malaysian models are fairly well spec'd. You get the upgraded MMI system with a big screen here, but of course it's still not a touchscreen. You do get a standard, the Audi virtual cockpit, which looks great. But one thing though, this car does not have powered front seats, so it's all manual. In this price range, as a premium car, that is ridiculous. Back here, space isn't exactly great. There's a lot of leg room here, but that's just because I'm a short guy. If say you are 6 feet tall, you might struggle sitting behind another 6 feet tall person. The leg room is a little bit limited, and headroom is tight even for me. And that's because the backrest is very upright and there's no way to adjust the angle of it. So for long distances, this might not be the correct car to do so. There's also no rear aircon vents, but you do get 2 charge points back here. One more thing, this car is geared just for 2 in the back here, not 3. As you can see here, there is a huge center tunnel, even though this is a front-wheel drive car without quattro all-wheel drive. So if you fit 3 people in the back here, the guy in the middle will be straddling the center tunnel, and of course the cabin is fairly narrow as well. It is not ideal. This lack of practicality also extends to the boot area, because this only has a 400-litre boot that's a lot smaller than pretty much all of its bigger competitors. On the safety front, the Q2 has 6 airbags, ESC and all that, but still no AEB. Audi Malaysia really has to fix this very soon. So what do you think of the Q2? Let us know in the comments below. I think the price is quite okay for a CBU model, and it does look good. The interior quality is great. But specs wise, it's a little bit weird, especially the lack of front powered seats. and the practicality factor is very, very limited. But then again, people who look at this car will be more concerned towards looks rather than anything else. You can think of this as Audi's version of the Mini. It's looks over pretty much everything else. This is just a quick walk around video. My colleague Matt will have a full first drive video to see how well this thing performs on the road. So for now, thank you for watching.